We have head coach Rhonda Revelle, junior infielder Ava Kuszak, and junior pitcher Jordy Bahl. We'll begin with an opening statement from Coach.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the University of Tennessee for putting on a great event. I thought your people did an amazing job. I thought the product on the field was excellent. I thought the game day atmosphere was excellent. It really reminded me of Lincoln and our fans, where you're rooting like crazy for your fans, but you're still respectful. I felt like the team played that way too. I thought it was really fierce competition all the way through, and I just think that we need to recognize that in today's world, when we can really be fierce competitors off the field, but off the field we can recognize and appreciate the value and the effort of both teams. With that said, I really felt like this was a College World Series kind of battle. I mean, you look at all the games, and it comes down to, it hangs in the balance of inches. A play here and a play there, we could be on that field celebrating. I just feel like we're that evenly matched. I think you put the two pitchers on the mound that went after it 3 games in a row, and they're both incredible competitors and incredible talents. And so anytime you have that kind of pitching on the mound, any team has a chance to win. So, it's unfortunate that any team had to lose today, but I will tell you this regarding Nebraska softball. We weren't even in the NCAA tournament last year, and we had a big vision this year. We didn't quite make it, but we took a big step, and we're not planning on not continuing to step, and that's really our intention. We want to thank our seniors. They did an amazing job in leading and giving so much to this program, but the 2 young women sitting next to me right here on my left, I'll tell you what, they're hungry. And so is their coach sitting right here.
Going to question, please raise your hand and wait for a mic. And again, if you have a follow-up question, hold on to it. Start right here in the middle.
All right. It's far too soon and probably unfair, but what are your immediate takeaways from this entire season? A lot was accomplished.
I thought we had really great growth spurts. I mean, we came out of the gate and lost. I call them silly losses. I don't know how else to talk about it. We win a game there, or, we might have been hosting. That's just the difference. But I think that we learned, and I always say, it's not always about the loss, it's about the learn, and I think that we learned a lot. We learned quickly, and a lot of our learns stuck. And when we could get past the emotion of today, I hope that they all can understand that they did that. They did that with their behavior and their attitude every day. I mean, you're going to look back at this season. I'm going to look back at this season as a coach and be really, really proud of it. I'm already really proud of it, but I'm going to be able to put context to it because there's a lot of things, as you've been with us the whole time.
Rhiannon.
Yeah, for the players, I know it's hard now to absorb it, but just what the progress you've made with this program to bring it to where you're big 1 run away, basically. What does that mean to you, and kind of what's the next step for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we were close. We were 1 pitch away from being on the other end of today. But just the whole season in general, again, I'm really proud of our team. We did grow a lot, but at the same time, we know we didn't meet our potential. And with that being said, we're graduating 4 seniors, 2 who are in the lineup really consistently. And so we have a ton of returners. And in the locker room, we talked about watch Tennessee celebrate. Let it burn as bad as it can. Watch them celebrate. Watch them hold their ticket, watch them put those hats on, and watch them in the World Series, because I feel like that is how you are able to gain the most out of being on the other end of that. And so with as many returners as we do have, that's what we're doing. And so, yeah, we had a great year, but yeah, again, we know we didn't meet our potential, and we're going to be hungry for next year.
Ava, do you have anything to add?
No, that's
okay.
Pretty dang good.
Front row on the left.
Yeah. On today specifically, what are the emotions that you guys are feeling right now? Is it anger, frustration, sadness, a little bit of both, something else?
Everything. Yeah.
Follow up.
Yeah. In the 5th inning, a golden opportunity for you guys. What was just going through your guys' heads as the 5th inning was unfolding, as the bases were starting to load up and then got loaded up?
I think just going into it, we wanted to have Jordy's back because she was pitching an amazing game, and we just wanted to get something on the board for her. and we got close, and I think we were just getting very excited, and we're just, like Jordy said, we're getting there, but we're not there yet, and we're just going to keep growing until we get there. And I think in that moment, everyone in this lineup wanted to do it and step up in that big moment, and it's just whoever can win that mental game.
I didn't feel like anybody backed away from the moment. I didn't feel like that at all. I just felt like Pickens out executed us in that moment. I mean, it came down to she got swings and misses, and we couldn't put the ball in play.
And again, this is very quick, but what do you take away from this weekend that you can work on or absorb, or what you learned that you can use going forward? All three of you, actually, whoever wants to answer.
You want to start with coach and then go down?
That's a really big question, and I'm going to need to unpack a lot of things with that. But I've always said, just philosophically, you can't gain experience unless you experience it. And other than Jordy, that's the first time everybody in that dugout and the coaches have experience going through a super regional. And if we learn as quickly as we learned a lot of things this year about this weekend, moving forward, I like our chances because they're a hungry group, like I said in my opening statement. So I think there's a lot of things that you can learn from it. I learned that I want to be a top 8 seed so we can be home next year doing this, right? You already knew that, but you live through it and you're like, okay, imagine our fans going crazy.
Ava?
I think just the biggest thing was taking everything that we learned this year, and as much as we are losing those 4 seniors, we still have a lot of this team left over, and I think hitting the ground running next year, like I'm ready for next year already just to start going because I want to hit the ground where we are now. With the way this team grew throughout the year, I'm excited to see what happens next year, especially after 60-something games. Just keep going and keep growing with each other.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Rhiannon and then Cora.
Yeah, Rhonda and Ava, can you just speak about, I know you yesterday said she's a warrior, but just Jordy going out there for all 3 games, especially, coming off an ACL last season, she makes it seem so routine, but how hard that is to do and what she kept you guys in.
Me? Okay. It fires me up inside because she just wants to go out there and do everything she can to win. I think that's just the person she is. It's not just the softball player she is, it's the person she is, because that's what enables her to do that. Is not because of the softball Jordy, it's because of the person Jordy, and that's why I love her.
Ava said it really well. I was going to exactly start with, it's the person that she is. I mean, there several times she'll say something to me and I say, that's just one more reason why I love you. And it's just about who she is, like who she is at her very core. And it's really easy to get behind her. And, I've been asked so many questions about, you have a superstar on your team like that, does that ever cause dissension or any jealousy? No, because of who she is. I mean, I think we're all her biggest fans. And all she does is try to deflect it and give the credit away. Like, look at her over there. She's probably blushing and trying to give the credit away. But she's just an incredible human being, and we're really glad she's wearing red.
Cora?
Rhonda, it looked like you guys were seeing Carlin a lot better the last 2 days. I know yesterday she started to really hit her changeup, but what were you seeing today that just kind of kept you guys off balance from her?
Her changeup was pretty dirty today. She had some that she missed, but when it was on, it's dirty. And if you think about the reaction time that you have off of consistently around 75, and then, she throws her changeup harder than a lot of Division I pitchers. I think it's in the mid-60s. But there were times that it not only was off speed, but it had a little bite to it too. So I think that was really a difference maker. And she's a thoroughbred too. She got a run and she's racing for the barn. And I love that about her too, but we've got one of those as well.
Last question, front row on the left.
Yeah, Jordy, a lot was said about the seniors in general, but what did and has Ava meant to you as a catcher and Abby meant to you as a co-captain?
I can't really put into a couple sentences what those girls mean because of also the people that they are and what they mean to our team. But in my 2 years here, especially last year. Like, they just took me in. Abby's been a great person to co-captain with just because of who she is, and we're both very different, and I think we counter each other really well, and she's also my roommate. And then Ava just gives me so much confidence behind the plate. But yeah, I mean, they left a legacy in this program because of what they do on the field, but also just because of who they are in the locker room and the people that they are. And they're definitely going to be missed, and they're also going to continue to be a motivation for us next year.